Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, the starting point is the downtown Paphos harbour, and we're going to go for a bit of a wiggle and a bit of a waggle through the rear dug up big diggered roads to the rear of the Paphos Promenade, and then we're actually going to join the promenade and drive up the promenade the wrong way. So a slight departure, shall we say, and well, hopefully we're going to get to see something new, and hopefully the road is not dug up, because one day you come along this road, it's dug up, then the next day it's open, then it's closed, open, closed. So there we are. Now, Deborah O'Rourke, she's very, very curious to know what's going on along this road, because she likes to hang out in the Basilica Resort, which is just over there next to Chris Car Rental. And as you can see, well, there's been a lot of big diggering going on, but they are now putting down the final stages of the hardcoring, so that means that probably they are going to do a bit of tarmacadaming. So that probably means the road's going to be open in 2 or 3 weeks, as the mayor has told us. Where are we? We're to the rear of the Paphos supermarket, and this is like a service road, should we call it, between the Paphos supermarket and the rear of the shops and some of the apartment complexes to the Paphos Promenade. So that's where we are, and well, a bit like the Bronx, isn't it? But let's keep going and see if we can get out onto the promenade. That's the Paphiania Resort here on my right hand side, and that's where quite a few people like to hang out, isn't it? And that's where Miss Justine, my JJ Daily Tonic, and Mr. Andy are going to hang out. And hopefully you're still watching, Justine, and hopefully Ollie the dog has recovered, because I do miss my little bit of fun with you, because you always bring a smile to my face. But I understand, you know, life gets in the way and you've got other things to do. Where are we? Paphos Promenade. There we are. We're driving up Paphos Promenade. We're driving the wrong way. Hold on a minute. What's this man here? Oi, what you doing there?
Hello, man.
Huh? You right? Busy?
Yeah.
When are you going to set up?
I think in a week.
In about a week.
Better,
Ah.
it's not okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. There we are. I'm having a chat with Mr. Konstantinos, by the way. That's the man that puts your name on a grain of rice, and he sells seashells and those kind of things. So if you go hunting back through our previous videos, that's Chloe's, by the way, on the left hand side. Probably, according to Harry the Keeper, the greatest Chinese meal he's had in a very, very long time. So I was hanging out there last night, much to the annoyance probably of the Barnhawks, but anyway, they put up with me for a while. So, and they've been given some fancy titles, by the way. Yes, because I understood that, to be honest, they've been with the channel right from the very, very beginning. They do need mental help, obviously, but anyway, nice people, and they are my friends, by the way, and I hope that they consider me to be their friend as well. So now Mr. John Barnhawk, no, he's not a Mr. anymore. He is now Baron John Barnhawk. And then you got Miss Louise Barnhawk, probably the most beautiful woman ever to have been born in the area of Lancashire. And her name is now Baroness Barnhawk. Yes, there we are. And then there is Miss Fern, who is the baby Barnhawk. She likes that name, so she's sticking with that one. And then her partner in crime, well, he likes his name, so he's Harry the Keeper. So there we go. But we hung out there last night and we had a great, well, I had a great time. I hope they did. And then we went to the Thomas's Jungle Pub, and well, Miss Fern, shall we say, serenaded the whole of Paphos. She has the voice of a superstar. There is no doubt about that, and I mean that truly and sincerely. And what I noticed was every time she went up to sing and we came back, pretty much the whole bar came over to say, wow, your voice is spectacular. It was like sitting with an absolute superstar. I imagine it must be like that if you'd sat with some of the greats, like, I don't know, should we say Whitney Houston, those kind of people. No, but I mean it sincerely. Ms. Fern, your voice, wow, fantastic. And I hope that one day when the Marika and Me Lounge Bar opens, I hope that you will grace us with your presence, and I hope that you will sing on the karaoke especially for us. And Miss Marika, I was talking with her last night. She's away with her mum, as you know, and she was looking forward to duetting with you. She wanted to do a share song, but don't worry, next time you're coming into Paphos Town, she'll be here, and we'll get you singing together on camera, that's for sure. So, where are we? Well, on our right hand side is a Sofiana Resort and Spa. Many superstars have stayed there, and of course can't forget Jeremy Kemp and the superstar, absolute angel Sophie Kemp. She was an angel. She comes in back through our videos, and we met him, and well, Sophie melted my heart. She melted Marika's heart. A young lady of 6 years of age with the presence of, I'm going to say, an adult, and a very clever young lady indeed. I understand that she is going to go somewhere in life, that is for sure. So big shout out to you all the way up there in Yorkshire, and great pleasure to meet you and your dad, and we met your sister the day before as well. So hopefully we're going to meet again one of these days. Here we go, we are coming round again, and coming up very shortly, but shortly is going to be the downtown Cape of Paphos Mall roundabout and the downtown Cape of Paphos Mall, and then we'll probably go to the right and drive down to the harbour to give you another truly spectacular view indeed. Now, if you're new to the channel and you want to know how the channel is funded, very simple. All you do, click through to our about page, or go and hunt us down on Buy Me a Coffee, and click it once or twice. Very much appreciated. That's what funds me to drive around. And if you want a special video, special mention, all you do is let us know in the comments, and buy us a coffee or two, and it'd be our greatest pleasure to humour you and to humour myself, by the way. Tickle me in those comments, as I say. Big shout out to some of the people who like to help us along on our travel. I'm going to say, Brett, thank you very much. Bobo the dog, don't forget to put Sean's card back just in case he gets suspicious. I'm sure he won't notice you borrowing it once a month. Isabel, thank you very much. And Belle, thank you very much. K&T Hackworth, thank you very much. Matt Rhodes, thank you very much. And again, happy birthday to Miss Tony. Hopefully you've had a fantastic day. I really do. And we wish you many spectacular birthdays in the future. And like I say, hopefully, if you are stupid enough, you'll come and hunt us down in June, and we'd love to sit and have a chat, and hopefully get Miss Tony doing the Chuchka dance with Marika, Mr. Martin Meakin, Mr. Matamy, so we can have a good laugh, that's for sure. There we are. Miss Andrea, Mr. Mark, big shout out to you. Thanks for all your support on the channel. Ness and Andy, again, thank you very much. It means the world to us when people watch, and the world to us when you comment. All we ask when you comment, we don't mind being criticised, don't get me wrong, but please restrain with the insulting and the bad language. There's no need for that kind of stuff on the show. Think of us as your family and your friends. There we are. Big shout out to lady so sweet Caroline, and of course Nigel, I apologise. Lord, I was thinking of Lord, Lord Nigel Big Guns, and the superstar known as Miss Ellie. Great honour to meet Miss Ellie, by the way. Fantastic hanging out to the rear of the Ampura bar, and that's a place again where you're supposed to use an app to order your drinks, but luckily they're a bit cleverer, and they understood that people like us are too old, so they came and took our order manually. So there we are. Where are we now? We're in the downtown Cape of Paphos Harbour area. Spectacular view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. As you can see, it is getting busier and busier, and of course it's crescendoing up, and the summer season is not far away, and it will literally get busier and busier all the way through till about the end of October, and then it'll start to die off. But don't be thinking that you can't come to Paphos in the winter season, because you can. I remember Miss Andrew and Mr. Mart, well, they came out over the Valentine's period. I think they came into town on the 11th of February, I think it was, and they were here for a week, and to be honest, they had absolutely, and I mean absolutely spectacular weather. It was like a week in the summer, that weather. And I remember Lord Richard, Lady Julie Nash, my little mate who's not that little, the Viscount Leo, they came out as well, and their weather was absolutely spectacular. And a big shout out to my big friend Sean Broad, the greatest mechanic and the greatest car bodywork man in the world. Hopefully you are relaxing in the back of Lord Richard's Land Rover gangsterish Defender, and hopefully Blue the dog is finding you quite comfortable to sleep on. Anyway, I wouldn't argue with him if I was you, because he's probably quite a bit bigger than you. So there we are. And a big shout out to some of the dogs who do like to watch us. We've got Barney the dog, who is Miss Ellie's dog, and hopefully you've recovered from your operation. And Ollie, Miss JJ Tonic, Miss Justine's dog, hopefully again you've recovered from being tampered with. And Bobo the dog, he's wondering what the hell is tampering with. Well, you'll find out one of these days. Although I don't think Mr. Sean's going to do it to you, although he does groom you. Right, stop it now, Mr. Plum. Right, let's let these people go. And you may have seen there's a nutcase over there on an electric trike whizzing around with a pork kebab. That's Miss Maria. If you want to rent one of those electric trikes, that's the girl to go and see. There we are. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you do like what you see, want to hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my madness. And this is the road back from the harbour to the Paphos Mall. And as I keep saying, as the summer comes, it gets very, very hot. One of the greatest places to hang out is the Paphos Mall, because guess what? It's fully air conditioned. There's plenty of cafeterias, should we say, and coffee shops up there as well, so you can get a nice frappe or something like that, while you allow your partner in crime to go and spend some money in the shops, as Baron Barnhawk found out yesterday when the Baroness named Louise went off for a bit of a mosey on down in Zara. So hopefully she didn't inflict too much pain on his flexible friend, and hopefully, well, we have to say a farewell to the baby Barnhawk and Harry the Keeper, and we wish you a safe trip back home, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Coming up now is the area known as the Skywalk, and there's some catacombs and some caves and all these kind of things. So if you want to have a bit of a mosey on down, why not? At the moment it's free of charge, but there is a rumour that the Baron number 1, that's the mayor, I'm just going to die. He is excuse me, I'm laughing to myself. There we go. I'll have a little slurp on the coffee that Mr. Matt brought me. There we go. Thanks, Mr. Matt. This is the Paphos Skywalk. That's the Paphos Mall. That's the Paphos Mall roundabout. And if you keep on going up, you end up in the old town. If you go to the left, you're on Tomb of the Kings. And if you go to the right, you end up in the airport eventually. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for that, well, the next dose of the insanity. Here we go. We'll let the video fade out.